Hey, you guys, so we have a treat for you today. I have 10 free baby girl quilt patterns, okay? They are adorable. So let me just give you a sneak peek. How cute are these? Okay, let's look at each one, okay? These are super easy, okay? So if you're a beginner, I'm going to tell you which ones I would pick. If you're more intermediate or just maybe you've done a few, then there's some that are easier than others, okay? So this is a great beginner one, okay? You'll see that there's just squares. So when you're starting to quilt, squares are your friend, okay? You can cut them out on your Cricut or your AccuQuilt, or you can just take rotary cutter or scissors and cut them out. So this is a super simple one. It's really pretty. If you have a ton of scrap fabric from different projects, this would be a great one to use that for. This one is so pretty. So this is just squares cut into triangles, and then they've put the points together. The only thing you kind of have to watch is when you're sewing those points, they have to be straight on, or it's very noticeable. But this one's all in pink. Super pretty. You could get a fat quarter and easily just coordinate all the colors. That's how I do it. I love my fat quarter bundles. Here's another one that, again, just super simple. So if you have a lot of leftover fabric, and if you don't, ask in some of the quilting groups, like maybe one around you, or kind of take and go maybe to a fabric store and just get like a quarter of a yard of each one, okay? But it's simply just squares put alongside each other, so it just makes it super simple to make. This one's probably a little bit more intermediate, I'm gonna say, okay? But here's the secret. When you see stuff like this with shapes and stuff like that, if you have a Cricut, okay, or have a friend that has a Cricut, you can download the pattern, okay? You can download that shape, so that, butterfly shape, and you can program that into your Cricut, and then it'll cut it all. There's a fabric sheet in that. It'll cut it all, and they're all uniform, okay? It just takes the guesswork out of everything. Okay, so just a really easy tip for that. So you need to go click on this one and see the full one. This quilt is so gorgeous. I love her designs. Like, all of her designs are really cool. These are half triangles, or half square triangles. So you're just taking the squares and making triangles, and it's super easy to make. And it just turns out stunning. You really have to see the full quilt. It's just hard to show you the full one. This one's pretty too. Like, you could even add some browns. You could also, like, if you're having a boy one, we have a boy quilt ideas, but this would also be really cute for a little boy. So you could just use your blues or your browns, or if they don't know what they're having, then, use your yellows and your greens and all of that. So super pretty. This one's just fun. Here's my idea for this one. You could wait and make this like when the baby's like 2, when they're a toddler. You could take the clothing that they have grown out of, like little dresses and stuff like that, and cut it up and use that in the quilt. So it'd be like a little memory quilt. I just think that would be so cute. This is more of a modern. Here's the great thing about this one. It's 2 blocks. Okay, once you get the 2 blocks, you're just going to repeat those blocks. Okay, so it makes it a lot easier to quilt, and it's just really pretty. This would be pretty on a bed. It doesn't even have to be for a baby. It would be really pretty on a bed. This one's just fun. So it has like all these different shades, and you have to go click on the full quilt. It's really super gorgeous. But again, use your scrap fabric and do that, or kind of look at the fabrics that are in here and go to your local fabric store and just buy similar. Okay, pick out what you want, but it really does like titrate down. It's really pretty. You have to go look at it. And then finally one of my favorites. And this one's a little bit hard to see. This is a video tutorial by Missouri Star. If you haven't done some of their quilts, they're amazing. But it is a heart, and it's done just with strips. And it turns out super cute. She gives you all the instructions. They even have it to where you can purchase the fabric, so you can color coordinate. If you love these colors, like, you can absolutely color coordinate. But go check that out. So anyway, I want to know from you, out of all of these, which one's your favorite? Okay, you can get all of the instructions for each quilt down below. Okay, so make sure that you get that.